Hidden along the beautiful, sun-drenched coastlines of the tropical Americas and the Caribbean is a tree that holds a terrifying secret. This is no ordinary plant. In fact, it's so dangerous that the Guinness Book of World Records has named it the most dangerous tree on Earth. It's called the Manchineel Tree, or Hippomene manzanella. Its Spanish name, Manzanilla de la Muerte, translates chillingly to Little Apple of Death. This name is a stark warning, hinting at the severe danger that lurks behind its seemingly harmless appearance. From a distance it looks like any other leafy green tree, providing welcome shade from the hot tropical sun, and bearing a fruit that looks incredibly inviting. The Manchineel tree thrives in the very places people love to visit for vacation. You can find it growing in the sandy soils of coastal beaches and in brackish swamps throughout southern North America, including Florida, as well as Central America, the Caribbean islands, and the northern parts of South America. Its natural habitat puts it in direct contact with unsuspecting tourists and locals who might be unaware of its potent toxicity. The tree's branches spread wide, covered in glossy green leaves, and it produces a small greenish-yellow fruit that looks very much like a miniature apple or a guava, tempting anyone who might pass by. The danger of the Manchineel lies in its deception. The fruit is said to have a sweet smell and an initially pleasant taste, a cruel trick of nature that lures in the unwary. But this sweet beginning quickly turns into an agonizing experience. Every single part of this tree, from its roots deep in the sand to the tip of its highest leaf, is saturated with a complex cocktail of powerful poisons. The bark, the leaves, the branches, and especially the milky white sap are all incredibly toxic to humans. This isn't a plant you can simply be careless around. Even casual contact can have devastating and painful consequences for anyone who gets too close. One of the most well-documented accounts of encountering this tree comes from a radiologist named Nicholas Strickland. In 1999, while on vacation on the Caribbean island of Tobago, she and a friend came across the sweet-smelling fruit on a beach. Thinking it was a wild apple, they both took a small bite. The initial sweetness quickly morphed into an intense peppery burning sensation. Their throats began to swell and tighten, making it incredibly difficult to swallow. For the next 8 hours, they endured excruciating pain, esophageal ulcers, and the terrifying feeling of their airways closing up before the symptoms finally began to subside. Their story serves as a powerful reminder of the tree's deadly potential. If you found this story fascinating, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to our channel for more incredible and surprising nature stories. Stay safe out there. The primary weapon of the Manchineel tree is its thick, milky sap, which oozes from any cut or break in the bark, leaves, or fruit. This sap is a complex mixture of toxins, and even a single drop touching your skin can cause severe chemical burns. The reaction is immediate and painful, leading to blistering, inflammation, and ulcers that look and feel like an acid burn. If this caustic sap were to splash into your eyes, the result would be even more catastrophic. It can cause intense pain and inflammation, leading to temporary or even permanent blindness. The sap's potency is a key reason why the tree is considered so incredibly hazardous to be around. The dangers of the Manchineel extend far beyond direct contact with its sap. Even seeking shelter under its leafy branches during a rain shower is a perilous mistake. As raindrops wash over the leaves and bark, they collect the water-soluble toxins from the sap. This poisoned water then drips down onto anyone standing below, inflicting the same severe burns and blisters on their skin. The tree effectively turns a simple rain shower into a downpour of chemical irritants, making it a treacherous place to seek refuge from a storm. This indirect method of poisoning highlights the pervasive nature of its toxicity. Burning the Manchineel tree is another activity that must be avoided at all costs. The smoke produced from its burning wood is highly toxic and carries the tree's dangerous compounds through the air. If this smoke gets into your eyes, it can cause extreme irritation and blindness. Inhaling the smoke can lead to severe respiratory problems, including coughing, choking, and inflammation of the throat and lungs. Even standing near the tree for a long time can be risky for some individuals, as the air around it can carry irritants that may cause breathing difficulties or other allergic reactions, making its presence dangerous in multiple ways. Ingesting the little apple of death is, without a doubt, the most life-threatening way to interact with the Manchineel. While a small bite might only cause hours of agony, as Nicholas Strickland experienced, consuming a larger amount of the fruit can be fatal. The toxins attack the digestive system with incredible force, causing severe gastroenteritis, which includes vomiting, diarrhea, and abdominal pain. This is often accompanied by internal bleeding and the formation of ulcers throughout the mouth, throat, and esophagus. The intense swelling of the throat can completely block the airway, leading to suffocation and death if medical help is not available immediately. Throughout history, the indigenous peoples of the Caribbean understood the formidable power of the Manchineel tree and learned to use it to their advantage. They skillfully harnessed its deadly sap as a potent poison for warfare. By carefully extracting the sap, they would coat the tips of their arrows, turning them into lethal weapons. An enemy struck by one of these poisoned arrows would suffer from the sap's agonizing effects, and the wound would often become infected and inflamed, leading to a slow and painful death. This strategic use of natural resources demonstrates a deep and respectful understanding of the local environment's dangers and bounty. One of the most famous victims of a Manchineel poisoned arrow may have been the Spanish explorer Juan Ponce de Leon. In 1521, during his second expedition to Florida, he and his men were engaged in a fierce conflict with the native Calusa tribe. It is widely believed that Ponce de Leon was struck in the leg by an arrow that had been tipped with the tree's venomous sap. He retreated with his men to Cuba, but the wound would not heal. He died there shortly after from the effects of the poison, a historic example of the tree's deadly legacy and its role in shaping the conflicts of the past. Despite its extreme danger to humans and many other animals, the Manchineel tree plays a crucial ecological role in its native coastal habitats. As a large, robust tree, it serves as an excellent natural windbreak, protecting inland areas from the force of tropical storms and hurricanes. Its extensive and deep root system is incredibly effective at stabilizing the sandy soil of beaches and coastlines. By binding the sand together, the tree helps to prevent coastal erosion, preserving the very beaches that it grows on, and protecting the delicate ecosystems that depend on them for survival. Interestingly, not all creatures are vulnerable to the Manchineel's powerful poison. Nature often finds a way to create balance, and this tree is no exception. The striped iguana, also known as the gorobo, which is native to Central and South America, is completely immune to the tree's toxins. These reptiles are often found living among the branches of the Manchineel, and they can even eat its fruit without suffering any harm. This remarkable adaptation allows the iguana to use the dangerous tree as a safe haven, a fortress where predators who are not immune to the poison dare not follow. Given the extreme risks associated with the Manchineel tree, public safety is a major concern in the regions where it grows. In many popular tourist areas, local authorities take steps to warn people of the danger. You will often find these trees clearly marked with warning signs that explicitly state the hazards of touching the tree, its fruit, or even standing beneath it. In some places, a simple but effective method is used. A large red X or a red band is painted around the trunk, a universal symbol for danger that can be understood even by those who cannot read the local language. If your travels take you to the beautiful beaches of the Caribbean, Florida, or Central America, it is essential to be cautious and aware of your surroundings. The most important piece of safety advice is simple. Do not touch or eat any plant or fruit that you cannot identify with absolute certainty. If you see a tree that matches the description of a Manchineel, or one that has been marked with a warning sign, keep a safe distance. Never, under any circumstances, should you stand under it during a rainstorm, or attempt to burn any part of it for a campfire. The encounter between humans and the Manchineel tree is a powerful lesson in the raw, untamed power of the natural world. It serves as a humbling reminder that not everything in nature is meant for us to touch, taste, or use. The world is filled with incredible biodiversity, and with that comes plants and animals that have developed extraordinary defense mechanisms for their survival. The Manchineel's poison is a product of millions of years of evolution, a highly effective strategy that has allowed it to thrive in its environment, warding off most creatures that would try to harm it. Ultimately, the story of the Manchineel is a call for respect and caution. It encourages us to approach the wild with a sense of wonder, but also with a healthy dose of prudence. By learning to identify potential dangers like the little apple of death, we can continue to explore and appreciate the beauty of our planet's diverse ecosystems safely. The next time you find yourself on a pristine tropical beach, remember to look closely at the trees around you. Being informed and observant is the best way to ensure that your adventure remains a safe and wonderful experience, not a painful encounter with nature's deadliest tree. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like and subscribe to our channel for more fascinating stories from the natural world. Stay safe and happy exploring.